and newer manufacturers fight for a slice of the booming EV market. It is a fascinating fight, and one that we need a referee for. So who better than the CEO of DubiCars.com, Craig Stevens, who's been kind enough to join us on Microsoft Teams this morning. Morning, Craig.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Very well indeed. VinFast, were you aware of them until recently?
Yeah, of course I was, Tom. Yes, everyone knows about VinFast. No, I have to say, I was like you. I wasn't that aware of them. I had heard the name, but obviously the brand isn't in this market at the moment, so I've never actually seen one on the road. But yeah, an interesting car.
Interesting car, interesting valuation. And I suppose the biggest story, for a company that's not turned profit, for a company that we don't really know a huge amount about the cars that they have produced or will produce in the future. What's the story here? Is the story here that a complete unknown can get a bigger stock market valuation than somebody who's got over 100 years experience in the market?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fascinating time in the automotive industry. I don't think you can just look at this valuation and try and work out what's going on in the automotive marketplace. I think you have to look at the wider perspective. The market, the new car market is worth what? $2.5 trillion, expected to be $3.2 trillion in the next 10 years. EVs have gone from 4% sales in 2020 to 14% of total sales in 2022, and expected to be 20% of sales this year. So there's no doubt about it. The EV market is coming, and it's coming, relatively quickly in China, America, and Europe. And investors want a slice of the pie. And, these are strategic bets on who they think are going to be the winners in the EV market.
Cost seems to be playing its part here at the moment as well. Suggestions coming through from analysts in Asia that investors continue to believe in the future, believe that it is electric, and that a low-cost East Asian country will emerge as a true global competitor as well. Is there something in that the cost, what we've seen Tesla have to bring their costs down recently as well, when people are looking to the future, looking to mass production, are they looking at bottom lines and costs?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think what's interesting about VinFast is the cost of VinFast. I don't know if you've looked at it, but I mean, it's actually a very expensive car. Their top of the range vehicle starts at $88,000. And they've only sold 148 of those in America in the first half of this year. So they need to bring the cost down to make it competitive. We know that Tesla brought their prices down this year. So, yeah, it's all about cost. It's all about mass production. It's all about bringing a vehicle to the masses that is affordable. And that's why that part of the world is very attractive for investors who believe, that's where you can produce those cars at that price. And also, I think the investors, want a strategic bet that's outside of China. I think based on, geopolitical issues that are happening currently, there's a concern that maybe the Chinese market won't be as successful in America, and therefore they're looking for production outside of China that could be successful. VinFast are yet to prove that. I mean, I think if we look at their production numbers, they delivered something like 13,000 cars globally in the first half of this year, compared to Tesla, have done 900,000 vehicles this year. So, yeah, it's an interesting market to watch for sure.
We're seeing Teslas on the road here in the UAE. We're starting to see more and more Chinese EV brands, and just Chinese brands coming to the road as well. Are there many more VinFasts waiting in the wings at the moment? Are we about to be introduced to a whole new range of brands and manufacturers?
That's already happening. I think there are already brands in the UAE and globally that I think most customers aren't even aware of. There are in China, there's at least 60, 70 brands that the global markets haven't really seen yet. We're starting to see those come through over the last couple of years. So yeah, absolutely, there's going to be more brands. There's going to be more EV launches, not just from China, not just from Vietnam, but across the globe. As investors pump money into this market to find some winners. And look, Tesla are not going to be the only winner out of the EV market. There are going to be multiple winners. Investors are trying to find the ones that are going to win. And from the analysis they've done, they think VinFast could be one of them.
Craig, bless you. Thanks for your time this morning. I know it's early, so really appreciate you getting up nice and early for us. Craig Stevens is the CEO of DubiCars.com. That's DUBICars.com. Get in touch with him for more info on the developing EV market internationally here and around the globe.